Terreign has released certain energies.
Well, it's good Baby's getting in and doing some welding on our truck, because this means that we can get back to digging and get back to moving dirt. And that's the most important thing. Good job. That'll work.
Columns are used for mainly moving dead rock. You don't want to blow the level.
In search of an unmined level of opal-bearing dirt, the bishop and his explosives contractor Ivan are close to detonating 24 kilograms of explosives.
I'm what's called a pillar basher, which is, I guess, the most inexpensive form of opal mining. You use hand tools and you go down into the cuts of former mines and you look for trace. For a pillar basher, using an explosive expert is very cost effective compared to heavy machinery.
The bishop's 8-mile lease is 100 metres by 50 metres. He's targeting 2 different areas for blasting.
The reason I want to work this area is because this is an open cut, and a bulldozer driver spent months moving thousands of tons of rock to get down to this level. Now, he had to push his ramp on a part of his frame that he couldn't get, and that's where we're standing right now.
When a bulldozer creates an open cut, it must push waste dirt up the other side, leaving virgin ground under the pushed heap.
This solid ground here that has not been dozed is right above this level that's dropping at our feet.
The other blast site is a section of wall on the side of the cut.
All right, Ivan, let it go. It would be a blessing if we found material, some opal. Whether God wants me to have money and do a mission here, it's up to him. Let's go. We're ready to go, Ivan? Yeah. Number one, that caught me off right nine. When you know they're coming, they still catch them. That's the lock.
Dit programma wordt mede mogelijk gemaakt door Europarks vakantieparken.
With this story, the real events are something.
A treasure worth as much as $3 billion. You better get on stand where gold goes. Junk goes. The military claims they don't recognize anybody right. There are a lot of people who murdered on this. The fight isn't over yet. We want to make sure the world knows the truth.
Gold lies in videotape. El Commandos, half-team, bij Discovery.
Hey, everybody back. Mike Cole here with Big News. After 18 attorney jobs, the Discovery Channel finally got me my own office. Pretty sweet, huh? Then you got me a stapler. Best part about the whole thing is it's portable. It goes where I go, and I am going to some very dirty places. In other words, Dirty Jobs is back. And this year, they got me a driver.
Naar een nieuwe aflevering. Dirty Jobs. Elke woensdag, half-team, bij Discovery.
Ladies and gentlemen, here talk about Nigerian matters today. So let me tell you this. Go from there first. So, it's to be live, we are direct. We are live, we are direct. If you're watching from Nigeria or from Europe, you live for me. It's dark a little bit. Pretty light for me. So if you're watching from Nigeria or anything like that, then let us know from where you're watching. We could discuss Nigeria matters as it can be. So, people, thank you for watching wherever place you're watching from. So, okay, put this in here. You can see whether the much more because I see myself on this whole this thing. Yeah, I think it's much more bright. So, and so, like this. It's very short. Portrait.
Yeah, but it's not good like this. You have to make it. What's a cassette requirement? Very last.
Let me be. I say, just come so I won't go live now. If not, we'll be late. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching from anywhere, so let's talk about Nigeria matter because as it be, as the hot, and so with the follow them up. So, but so far, the whole thing get us to the be. From within with the information on we get so far, nothing is so positive. Because like today now, for example, all the campaigns that took place in Nigeria, let's say that of Ubi in Bauchi, and that of Tinubu and Atiku in Ebonyi. So myself, I can't begin to wonder what did they go on? Because just yesterday here, Tinubu was in Ogun State doing his thing. So and today again, even when I see him yesterday, I said, this man not too strong like that. But today, when I see him again for this thing will go so, and I can't begin to wonder. I say this man got the power actually to do what they do. So there's some people there when still say no, I don't think so. But what do you think? We want to know. We want to know what you think. That's the most important thing on these programs today. So Everybody want to watch. You're all welcome. Nigeria, you know, say one election they approach like this, the whole place go the hot. The whole place go the hot for that side. So why some they make small change from one corner as part of their businesses, they print t-shirts, you know, or they sell their food for rally or campaign ground and things like that. Somehow they will lose focus on the main thing. And the main thing actually is that at least they hold their PVCs and they are able to use it and use it well when the time comes. That is the main thing, you know. That is the most important thing of all. So those who are in diaspora, especially, I will say especially because those who are in diaspora are much more informed. Mostly, most people who are in diaspora actually are much more informed than even those at home because those at home don't really care sometimes. You know, they just want this season to come and go so that they just, they can just move on with their own life. While many others has lost hope, but others and people like us, we are hopeful that at the end of the day, if a new government comes on board, there's something we get done. So we need somebody who can do the job, someone who can do the job, get the job done without, you know, any looking back whatsoever. So that's why we are engaging the way we are right now. We engage our friends, our communities, and our and our families as well to make sure that everybody is on board on this issue because it affects all of us. It affects all of us. And how it affects us, it all depends on who you are and how you see things. Because even when we went there abroad, if we have to put it that way, we will get peace if people when they're home, they're quite okay to the extent that they don't even bother us about these little things. That is not supposed to be the case. Because, for example, can you imagine a graduate graduating from university or from a teacher training college or other tertiary institutions for years and years, not even 1 or 2 years, some 5, 10 years, 15, you not actually practice what they went to school to read. So that is very, very disturbing. So you can imagine that kind of a person that was trained to school, either through menial labors by their parents or families, or so to say, or guardians, then with the hope that at least when it comes out, then he'll be able to at least maybe contribute, to the family or maybe even train some younger ones. So, but after the graduation, after this strike and things like that, a course that is supposed to take 4 years, will take 6 years and thereabout. And coming out still, there's no hope in sight. You know? So which means now the same food that is supposed to be, for the rest of the family, when he, under normal circumstances, should be living out of the family house and taking care of maybe one or two of his pets. That same food now, whenever it's prepared, then which means his portion will be set aside as well. So you might think that that guy or that lady or that girl is enjoying the whole thing, or that he loves his family so much and whatever. No, I'm not saying they don't love their family. Maybe everybody loves their family. I would say 90% of everybody or 95, or high numbers of what have you, love their family as well. I love my family. So, but that's not the issue here. The issue is that when a family train a child to become a man, from a boy to a man, from a girl to a woman, they also expect that that child should be able to take care of himself, herself, and even take care of the family a little bit. So you just can't imagine your mother stressing right from bed, right from your bed. She's stressed. Go to market, also go to the farm, and all kinds of petty businesses. Raise you up. Some of them are even let's say single mothers or single fathers. Raise the child up with everything that they got, and yet when that child graduates, that child is still in that family house, and the mother has grown, and she has not really benefited or feel the warmth or the love that she will have, or that she at least anticipated or have seen others experience, from their parents, from their children, and so forth. So it's very painful actually, to see things like this happen. Even if your mother cannot come out and tell you how she feels or how she really feels about the whole situation, but deep down, you know that she's actually not happy that you are still in that house, because maybe after some time of graduation, after a year or two, or even 5 years, he should be the one coming to your place for vacation. We are not even talking about upgrading her kind of business that she's engaging, you know. So we are talking about even you taking care of yourself so that she can at least, be empowered to take care of all the other ones and raise them as well. So, but at the end of the day, if you cannot even take care of yourself, and you still depend on your mother or your father or your auntie or uncle, how would you expect them to feel? So these are the issues. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the election is here again. A lot of people are still engaged in all kinds of hula baloo transactions as far as the election is concerned. Even some of them, like we've learned, are even selling their PVCs. Just imagine that. They are selling their birthright. You know, they are selling their birthright. That is practically what it means to be selling their PVCs, because that PVC empowers you to do a lot of things and empowers you, you know, to put in the right leader as you please. So, if you cannot do that, or if that power is taken from you, then who are you? That's the little way you can contribute. We are talking of governorship, senatorial, House of Rep, House of Assembly, etc. From the top to the bottom. So all these things are the things that make a country. I know that many countries has passed through all of this to become a country that they are today. So but those countries that we now look up to, that has gone through all those challenges, they also made sacrifices in order for them to get to where they are today, or build their country the way it is today. Sometimes I look at European histories, I see a lot of things that are similar to what we are used to now, but they overcome them with sheer power, and sheer determination, and sheer faith and strength. So, my people, I'm not saying we cannot do what they did, because now you might start to compare or make comparison as to how they were able to do it, because you now see Europeans and America from how they are now, without actually seeing how they were back then. There was a day I was looking at the Japanese history. I saw a lot of things in Japan. Even till now, I saw some mud houses in Japan. I could hardly believe my eyes. And I saw their mode of transportations, etc. So all these things we'll be talking about them one of these days, so that if that would be something that will motivate people to want to do things, then so be it. Because Rome was not built in a day. That's what they say. It's true. Rome was never. No city was built in a day, or no country was built in a day. It's a gradual process. But what I'm saying is that Nigeria process is so confusing to the extent that something have to give in order for us to move forward. All this one step forward, two steps backward have to be eliminated, has to stop. And the only and engage all our political leaders as well. So that is what I have to say here. So people arise. People should rise up and do the right thing by voting in a good leader. Everyone. Isn't it? Feel free to make your input. No. God bless you. So, people, look down on my hair. I was wearing a cap, so I just put it out. There was no time for me to actually rearrange it because I told myself I was going to do live today. So I was just trying it, and the thing just went. So I'm serious about this thing. So I thank God for it. So I think you can tell me that my hair look good. That's cool. So, brothers and sisters, if you see this video anytime, any day, please make your comment. I will still receive, you know, all the comments, and I will still reply to them all. But please, I really need people to subscribe on this channel because we are going to be getting involved in all the issues without fear or favor. Not be say go call. We will talk about CDB. Not be say, no jawa, no shaking. We dey talk am lie. You see, they say all die na die, but nobody want die here. But everything dey there be say, at the end of the day, what has to be said has to be said. if I not talk, another person will still talk. So now the matter when they affect Niger, then we will address the way they address them for inside our house. Let me say when you come outside here, then you call the shiver. So they tell me say, oh, why the shiver? Why the shiver? I say, I tell my wife to make it last see why they show my face, why they show my face. How many times man they myself? And some person go to say no one talk, no one talk, no one talk. So they will take, you know, take what it belong to you. You don't want talk, you don't want talk. You know, monkey, they slap you, they collect your banana, you don't want talk, you don't want talk. You know, at the end of the day, you are left high and dry. So, whatever it is, it's one a political era. Come on board, make your own contributions. Tell us who you did for, why you and why you want that person to win. You understand? Because it's not only about the top presidency. We are talking about you know and from the local government level to the top. You understand? Because in my place, for example, I can choose to vote for any party member at maybe you know the state assembly, not minding the party. If I feel say that person get the character and the quality we need at this point in time, and that this person can represent us and represent us well. Maybe the person already gets some history before. So, but because of one or two things, the party, maybe a former party, if not even give am that way, because they don't see if he reach there, he not will share money. For example, though, you understand? So if you notice that kind of person, or you see that kind of person among your midst, and that person they struggle, man, why can't people just put their coins together, and try to push that person so that that person will see that project as the community project or as the city project or as the town project. So, and at the time that person see him like that, definitely it's like that person will be indebted to that community, either for life or at least for that time, you know, they have been sponsored. So, but if this same person went to go and borrow money from elsewhere, and he's not the one bribing everybody else within the community and within the town and villages, what do you think that person will do as soon as he gets into that position? Because if that person gets to that position, my brother, it's like a business. You invested in something and you hope to what? Retrieve, right? And get something back. Hmm? So that's what that person will consider that in that time. So even then, you won't be able to even raise your voice and say, hey, my guy, you've been in that office now for the past 2 years. You've not done anything for us. You promised us borrow. You promised us simple things. Is what my people are asking for. Simple things. We're not asking for big things. We're just asking for water, electricity, boreholes, schools, ordinary school repair self. When we say with the community themselves these days, you know, they don't they slack because back in the days, communities used to put money together, then they will get the bricklayers and even the molders. They will go mold. If now mold, they want to mold the school building. They will do it. These days, you see schools for Nigeria, they don't get ordinary chair. I dey wonder how. Boy, I remember those days when you enter some school, when you see they spoil. Eh? They use mud, they later cement, they can't graduate to cement. Use cement, take one. Pikin go clean in this jeje. Wetin you come there come do? Na chair you come eat, na the board you dey look. Yet those people that attended those schools then, most of them later became ministers, engineers, doctors, you know, and scientists and what have you, and teachers, right? Nothing to them. Say because they sit down for cement. Yesterday here, I was just reading news. Then I saw something. It was shocking. This thing happened in Abuja. That children were sitting on the floor in a classroom. That is, man, this place is not far from Aso Rock. Because in my village, I was okay, far from Aso Rock. This one now within Abuja. Now they tell you now, Abuja get FCT chairman. I'm not sure say far from your office. So you know, we say you don't know, or you never see that kind, or you never get some of these things. And all these places, they're not going to say they know they get allocations. Because most of these schools they do get allocations. So but then if you give somebody allocation, then control or try to check what they do with the allocations. What do you think will happen? They will share them among them, and that is it. Then next year again, you're asking again for the same thing again, another allocation again for the same chair when they first, enlist on their quote. We need chair, we need tables, we need this, we need, and after that, we name everything double double. We need blackboard, we need ink, we need we need chalks, and things like that. Next year, they'll repeat the same thing again. Then you start to wonder, most of these schools actually they charge, they charge school fees. Which they use that school fees they yeah? Those days now we they clear grass now for school. I don't know whether any of you attended schools as at that time. You know, you clear grass. In fact, even the school, even get your own garden. You go there, we clear them, we weed the gardens and stuff like that. You know, so I would not to give us anything back. Whether at the end of each year, when they harvest corn and what have you, we don't see anything, we say no worry. Because we just know now one of those things because that's what we meet on back then. So, but now, thinking back now, I know still at the teacher and the headmasters and all of them, and the principals and the rest, and the teachers. Maybe now they share those things there. But then, good enough, good enough, life goes on. So, but that's not the case. So the case is that our people are becoming lazy as well. They should stand up for something and be counted. So, like I just said now about the school issue and the chairs and furnitures and things like that. Capitals, they village, they everywhere. They have to go and import some chairs from Lagos or from some other big cities when the money was given to your own village. Is that not, would that not be a waste and a shame? If you can just take the money, employ the carpenters or the welders in your locality there to do the same thing. The money will stay in your village. The money will stay in your town. The money will not live there, right? That is the best way to grow an economy, whether local economy or what have you. Somebody have to have, this little, propelling, that will prepare them to want to do things the way it's supposed to be done without actually thinking about, what and what, they are going to enrich themselves with. So that has been a problem. It's still a problem till now. So, and people, there are things that we can do ourselves, and this election is one of them. So please, let's put our hands together, encourage those who are at home to do the right thing, vote the right person, get your PVC card, and tell those who haven't to go and get their PVC card, even if they have to stay under the scorch of the sun for hours and hours, 3, 4, 5 hours. If they are sure that if they stay there for that whole day, they will get their PVC, then they better do it. There's no need beating around the bush because before you know, the day of the election will come and go. Then people will start to yank again. They will start grumbling again. They will start grumbling again. How can you keep turning around the circle like that? Then you grumble and grumble again for another 4 years? Man, like I said, that's 4 years of political, what do you call it, political corruption and suppression and oppression. It's like 20 years in the desert without water if you survive it. So it's too much. It's unbearable. So wake up, people. Let's change the society for ourselves and for our children and our children's children so that 50 years from now, 100 years from now, when they look at history, then they will say, oh, this was the time of our fathers. So if they know what we did, then they will also say, yes, I'm proud of what my contribution my father was able to bring, no matter how little that contribution is or was. Just yesterday here, I was still watching so many things about the Nigerian independence and things like that. So I felt pain after seeing some pictures and videos, and I said, what? Look at how Lagos was. Beautiful. Even as at that time, there was not much skyscrapers as you see today, although it was in black and white, but you can see that in the 60s, the whole place was quite organized. Even the people you see in the pictures, you can see how they look. They did not look malnourished or anything like that. So what happens to us? That all of a sudden, we can't even feed ourselves. Now all we do now is eating Chinese Indo meal and decide it's a big man food. What kind of rubbish is that? Indo meal has become a big man food in a country like Nigeria that has everything. We have land, arable land for that matter, all over, east, west, north, south. This arable land. Eh? All Nigerians are doing now is that the care is not taken. Soon, they'll be packaging bread from Europe, which is made of wheat, ordinary wheat that is being grown on land. They will package it and say made in EU. Then they will send it to you. You pay for the import, for the whatever tax that is laid on it, etc. Then you also pay the local tax for it before you eat bread. Is that not stupidity? That is bullshit. Rice. How can Nigeria be importing rice? How? Can't we grow our own rice? Thailand, that is growing rice here and there, they don't even have much land. They are growing their rice on top of flood waters. And yet we have water all over the place, and we have normal land all over the place. So what is our excuse? We have no excuse than laziness, because I think the primary problem is the government at the local and the state level. Really, because if they can stand up and say this is what we want, the little allocation they are getting, they can do a lot of things. Back in the days, there used to be cooperative farms. Cooperative farms, that's what they call them then. Those cooperative farms, as at that time, were being done by the state governments, you know. So they bring tractors to the community, they park them somewhere. You want one chairman's house or what have you. If you need tractor, you pay a token. Then somebody will drive the tractor to your farm. If you have a big or a large farm. If you don't have a large farm, then you do it the usual way, without any stress. In fact, a lot of people consider that as one of those things without any disregard to, without any regard to how the people perceive them. So at least farmers back in the days were the ones that actually eat the best food. You see a farmer, you look robust. If you travel to the village, back in the days we leave Warri, you go to the village for Christmas. If you get to the village, if you are going back to Warri, they will start giving you everything. Yam, even my godfather will be giving yam. This one will bring rice, this one will bring this. You will say, no, I don't want to carry anything. As a guy, man, he's a blow guy. You don't want to carry load. I don't want to carry. But these days, what I'm hearing now is that if you are coming now from Lagos, to the village, they expect you to bring something to buy yam, rice, etc. So the whole thing has reversed itself. So I said, what the hell is going on? Apart from this Fulani terrorist problem, which I understand very well, because once there's life, there's hope, you know. So people don't want to lose their life anyhow. So, but as for that, that one is also is a discussion for another day, you know. So, but what I'm saying is, whatever it is, you can also have a garden even within your vicinity where you can still, you know, plant some crops and some food and things like that. And still have a very decent living. How can somebody be working in Lagos and sending money home for a family to feed in the village? It's as bad as that. So something have to be done, and I think this election will actually, you know, bring some changes because the people have suffered, you know, enough for them to know what actually that they were really supposed to do. You don't need too much grammar to be told what to do. If somebody want to buy you or buy your PVCs and stuff like that, just say no. And they want to buy your conscience, also say no. But if they really want to, you know, press their money or flash their money on your face at the police unit or police centers, take their money and still vote your conscience and walk away with your conscience clear because after all the money they are giving or they gave you or they are giving you is your own money. It's not theirs. They are stolen money, you know, of the commonwealth of the people, which they've stolen before. So that is how I see it, my people. So now I think we have to take some break and we can come back later and continue this discussion. Hope to see you soon. Some people never shine at all. They say life is a stream that we find in schools. Some people still think it's a dream. Baby mama's voice. No matter what the crisis is, no matter what the crisis is, doing it. Yeah, all the things say praise. Yeah, all the things say. And they haven't lots of fun. Healing the people every year for all. They just want to be the leader in the house of the rising sun. And no matter what the crisis is, no matter what the crisis is, praise and praise. They say the sun shine for all. Some people will never shine at all. They say life is a stream that will find its course. Some people still think life is a dream and making things worse. But no matter what the crisis, no matter what the crisis, Angel, come on, I need you. Hello, good evening, people. Come aboard, let's have some chat about Nigeria matters and how it be. But that side, because everywhere they ten stuff there, hoping for the best, hoping for the best election to enthrone the best of the leaders, no matter the party involved. May God give us the power, the strength to do just that. So, but by God, you do your own. You too, you need to do your own. So that God will buttress all our efforts, the great things. So that's it. Yes, my people, come to the end of this 1 hour show for today. Just test running this program to see that everything is working out fine. So I'm happy that it runs smoothly. So tomorrow I'm gonna go live early. So say maybe around 8 o'clock or so. So I hope to see all of you online. So good night. Stay blessed. God bless you. And God bless your effort. Bye bye. See you soon.